On the air. Welcome
Phone's there.
to
Since
Chicago.
we still have 1 minute until we start, I'm going to go grab my water.
Yeah. Welcome to the new Chicago Parks and Rec program.
In this week's episode of New Shy Parks and Rec.
Oh,
Everybody brought it in. Oh. Oh. All right. We got a little bit of time before it's officially 6. Oh. And it's 6 o'clock. I'll call the meeting order with roll call. Joe Bachman here, Morgan McCabe.
Here.
Tony Martin,
here.
Trelena Bachman, Dave Anderson.
Here.
We have a motion to approve the July 2025 meeting minutes.
I think that we need a correction,
Okay.
perhaps. Page 2, under Community Block Development Grant, the next to the last item, it says adjournment was motioned for by Tony Martin, seconded by Morgan McCabe. And then one of these is redundant because on page 3, the adjournment was motion made by Morgan McCabe, seconded by Tony Martin.
Okay, so I will have Trey remove that and
Yeah.
that first adjournment one. I got a feeling that's left over from last month.
Preceding month.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll correct.
Correction
Yeah,
noted.
so we'll make that correction. And with that correction, do I have a motion to approve the corrected minutes?
Yes.
Do I have a second?
Second the motion to approve the corrected minutes.
All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. All right. So Rummage in the Park, September 6th for the townwide garage sale. I had emailed out a kind of a very rough draft of
Rough
a
draft of the flyer.
flyer, which on the inside, 'cause I saw you said something about having a map on there. The inside, it's 2 pages, so the inside would have the map.
That's what that don't mean. But I was trying to determine, like, is this to advertise it in advance, or is this was what people get when they on that day to carry around, or the day before to carry around? Because it'll then have the locations and the date and the
Yeah, this would be like the one that they would carry around.
because it'll have the addresses of all the garage sales. Okay, yeah. Well, then it could be a trifold and have a map on the inside.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, I got onto a kick of just trying to make something up for that and didn't even think about the advertising aspect.
Well, that's because those are the signs that I haven't done. That's me,
Okay.
which I'm going to do possibly tomorrow morning.
Alrighty.
Get those ready.
Wouldn't hurt to have a flyer also, right?
True.
Yep.
And an online thing. That was my question. Do we have, before I make these signs,
Mhm.
do we have a page on the town website talking about this event and the townwide garage sale and all the details? Because if so, I want to put a QR code for it on there.
No, but I can create one tonight.
Whip one up and
I can create the actual page tonight, so
Mhm.
you have a link, and then I can fill in the rest.
yeah, just put something in there as placeholder, publish it.
Yeah.
I'll steal the URL, make a QR code, and then we can. And then do we want to put one of the phone numbers on, or is that just inviting a lot of extra phone calls?
Well, you can put the phone number on there and just leave it as just the phone number, because then they'd have to choose an extension. Because when you call it, it'll say, press 0 for Joe Bachman, press 1 for Morgan McCabe, 2 for Tony Martin.
So do we want to put an extension? No.
Well, because people are going to go to town hall at this point still to reserve for
Right.
it.
But if they have questions, one of us can talk with them.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. So I would just put the phone number on there, and they'll.
If you have questions,
call.
To register, go to town hall.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
9 to 3, right?
Yep. 9 to 3. And
Now,
then,
do we, if you mentioned there was a rental for the 7th, so we don't have a rain date then?
right.
Okay, so it's, okay.
And I'm assuming a lot of people with the townwide garage sale, they may open up on Thursday or Friday and just go through the whole
Right.
thing. And if you go to Sunday, that's up to them.
Yeah.
Our event is Saturday,
Yeah.
and then we'll publish it and then pump it up from there.
Yep.
Cool.
Okie dokie.
Sounds good.
Cool. Lunch and Learn final update.
Not much to say. We ate the last sandwiches and cleaned up the park, emptied the garbage. And I need to clean the snack shack. We bought bins to store our supplies and things in so that they won't be taking up shelf space any longer.
Okay.
They can go into the box.
Okay.
Box it.
I gotta remember to bring down. Myers had some sidewalk chalk on clearance,
Excellent.
so I think we picked up 2.
Never have enough
Those,
sidewalk.
That's it goes quickly when it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It was too hot for sidewalk chalk this year.
yeah.
Yeah.
Walking paths, the Shirley Hines involvement.
Right. On the last Shirley Hines Day, which was the Wednesday before we wrapped up, Brandon was there filling in for, I forget who was supposed to be there that day. But we started talking about the idea of the walking path, just Brandon and I.
Mhm.
He told me that I should reach out to them when we're ready to get started on, after we have a survey. They can help us with just getting determination for wetland.
Mhm.
Once we know what section is actually ours.
Yep.
They can help us determine if it is wetland and then help guide us through the process for protecting that. They can come in and help us plot and plan where would be a good place to put a walking path. This would also involve crews of volunteers from Shirley Hines volunteers, not people we have to drum up,
Mhm.
is my understanding, who need community service hours that would come out and help clear brush and things and spread mulch once we have enough mulch in there.
Okay.
So this could give us a much more formal approach to it than a random, let's just bulldoze stuff down and hope nobody falls in the bog.
Right.
And then, what we would still need from Streets and Sand from Public Works is mulch for it to put down on the path. And, but in terms of making it viable and ecologically correct,
Mhm.
I think our best bet really is to go with Shirley Hines.
Yep.
Additionally, there could be some kind of small grant that could possibly come through from that, because sometimes they have money to disperse. So that's what I know about that. If we're in agreement, I would like to, I'll approach Brandon and keep him up to date. I don't think we've scheduled a survey yet, have we?
We have not. I called Bill Emerson down at county, the
Mhm.
county surveyor. I never heard anything back.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try calling down there again tomorrow and see. I'm gonna look on county's website and see who else is in that department, in case they don't get a hold of Bill, and see if, because I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if county will come out and do it since it's for a municipality, or if we have to hire out still. If we have to hire out, who do they recommend?
That's
to do that.
affordable.
Yeah.
Because how it was so expensive. We got a quote from Avon Marsh, because that's who Sue recommended,
Mhm.
just to do our property. It's like $17,000.
To survey it?
To
Yes.
put 4 stakes in? You're kidding me.
Well, it was a lot, and to do the research and then know where you're putting the stakes. I forget how much it was. It was a lot.
I was gonna say the lady who did it's got the little hot dog stand right there by Shirley Hines thing at the river.
Mm-hmm.
I think she paid like $600.
Well, I'm just
So-
telling you what they
Yeah,
told us.
That
Yeah.
guy,
It was a very detailed estimate, and that's how it was.
that's crazy high.
We just looked at each other and went,
Yeah.
no, never mind.
No, I don't think we're gonna do that.
That
Yeah,
not doing
no,
that.
I think they're doing like a deep dive. That's not just gonna be 4 stakes in the ground. They're doing like a whole bunch of extra stuff from the
Yeah.
sounds
Well,
of
all
it.
we asked was, to
Yeah.
might know where our property lines were.
That guy in Michigan that we're having issues with next to the plumbing place,
Mhm.
he texted me and So I said, get your property surveyed.
And that's what we've all.
And it
told
was,
them.
he said it was gonna cost him $1,800.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. So yeah, no, I'll find someone affordable for that.
Okay, so
yeah.
what I can also ask Brendan if we establish an association with them, if that would encourage county,
Mm,
or if they have a surveyor.
yeah.
So I will ask him about that.
Okay.
But that's, I said we haven't done that yet. I don't know that we had reached out, but
Yeah. No, I reached out to Bill and never heard anything back. So I'll try. Like I said, I'll try calling him again. I'll also look up to see who else is in that
1,700.
department. Or you
Crazy
said
guy.
17,000.
3
right?
lots with that.
yeah, it was, no, maybe it was 7,000, but it was like way more than we expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
I
like,
mean, I would have expected up to $2,000.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it was way over that.
Yeah.
Maybe I exaggerate when I say 17. It was only 7.
it was a big number.
Even at 7, that's
That's high.
I know
Yeah.
that was out of our. It was
yeah.
like,
Because I remember the hot dog stand lady bringing us like because she came to one of the planning commission meetings and she's like, I have the receipt. And she goes, they just haven't come out yet to survey it, and she handed us the receipt, and I think she paid I think it was 700 total. So I think she had put like 350 down and then 350 when it was completed or something. But
Well, there
Yeah.
are different levels of that, so it depends.
yeah,
There's a survey. There's or they can just send you the picture from the plat book.
The aerial survey.
yeah,
Yeah, saying like, oh, here it is. You can see it. And it's
well,
like,
we
Yeah.
had that.
you see, that's
but-
what we had. Yeah.
Mhm. Anyway.
Okay. So yeah, we'll work on getting this. I'll let you talk to Shirley Hines. I'll work on finding a surveyor, and
Mhm.
we'll. So well, actually, I guess should I do a motion? Do it?
If we,
Yeah, let's do
we
a
can
motion.
formalize it.
Yeah, let's do a
Yeah.
motion to partner with Shirley Hines on this walking paths project. And do I have a motion?
I would make the motion that we
And I'll-
should partner with Shirley Hines on the development of a walking path at Twin Oaks Park.
All right, I'll second it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, motion carries. Planting trees. We are done with that, except for just putting up a few more stakes and some netting.
Yeah. We had a visit today from NERC and the community.
Okay.
So Jen Birchfield, who runs the NERC's community, and Drew, the forester that's part of that, they came out to take a look at everything and said everything looks good. The birches, we don't want to cut anything off of them. It looks like it's had one dieback, which is not a great thing, but it happened. It was super, super hot. And despite our best efforts to keep everything watered, they died back a little bit. But then looking at them carefully, they said that, they believe they're going to make it as long as we're going to step up watering a little bit on it. One of the things we have to contend with there is it's sandy.
Yeah.
So the water drains faster. So he
Yeah.
suggested that we try watering 3 times a week and go up to 10 gallons per birch. He said the jack pines all look great. He loves where we've situated the cedars,
Mhm.
and thinks that they are all doing really well.
Good.
I say, yeah, it's been a struggle. We had a lot of issues, but we got him in and we're happy. He's very unhappy with how the ones on Huber look, but that's not on us.
Yep.
That Jen is going to email Sue to tell Robert they need to be watered.
Okay.
They should be mulched and watered. That's another whole issue altogether, but
Yep.
we will
Okay.
just leave that where that is. He wasn't crazy about us having used, or me, it was my idea, using the grow bags. And I said, well, I tried to keep, the root ball area cleared so that water, even if it's got mulch over it, that the
Mm.
water can still get in. And then I used the bags underneath the wide mulch. And he said, well, that's okay. I said, I did use cardboard in some places because otherwise I would be weeding on a twice daily basis.
Yeah.
Because everything was coming up so fast. But shoot, they were very pleased. And if we want more trees, we can apply for more for the fall distribution.
Okay.
What else was I going to say? We don't need to stake any of the jack pines. They're not going to be symmetrical trees. They tend to grow kind of,
Oh, so they were okay with that?
yeah. And then, you know, I did get feedback from Sue that Robert feels that we have planted them all too close. I asked if they felt that they were planted too close, the forester, and he said no. Sue said that Robert couldn't get the mower through.
Right.
Well, the only place he can't get the mower through at this point in time is the jack pines, and that area doesn't really need mowing.
Right. That's all kind of a short grass. It doesn't really grow anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't
It's
grow.
like ground cover and gravel and dirt and glass.
And you know what I would like to see us establish, if we can, if the backhoe ever gets repaired and we can get more mulch, is that along the water's edge that we heavily mulch between where we planted the trees and the water's edge, where we let the natives grow.
Mhm.
That will suppress a lot of the weeds so that we don't have to whip as much. And then we'll have a little walking path there that's a bit more and it'll stabilize the shore.
Yeah.
So I just think it's a good practice to do that if we can. And if we can use the free mulch, we should.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. As far as the fall tree program goes, when is that due, and do we think we need any more?
I don't know where we'd put them. We'd have to put them where we can reach them with hoses. And so it's something I want to evaluate and see what we think we might want to do. Because, you know, while you can get containers that you can put 100 gallons of water in and drive them across the thing, that's a time that's, and
Yeah.
would our pickup truck tolerate 100
No,
gallons of water
no,
in
that-
it?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about that.
It would.
So again,
Over
it
the
would,
course of 100-day rain, maybe.
I think, given our resources, staffing wise,
Mhm.
that but they did volunteer to come help us.
Okay.
So one of the things they did say was that if we want to put more trees in, they could organize a day where they get their NERC community volunteers to come help us plant.
Okay.
It would involve, once again, us having to rent something to dig holes. I told him, I said, we had to get an auger. And he said, well, they're very well planted. He was saying he was very pleased with how well they were planted.
Oh yeah, if we do this again, I'm running the auger from day one.
Yeah,
I know,
exactly.
well,
Right.
It sped everything
So,
up so much.
And you can plant up until, you know, the frost. What's available for a fall planting, I don't know. So
Okay.
I haven't had a chance. I just saw it late last night. And I
Okay.
did not look at it today because I was in other meetings.
Yep.
But I will investigate it and report on that to you guys at
Okay.
the next meeting or sooner.
Sounds good. Internet service. We have all the parts. We just need to get together and
Go put it together.
so.
Maybe sometime this weekend if you're free. I assume you're working through this week. So
Yeah, I'm working through this week. I'm chasing NIPSCO and the contractor around.
Yeah.
But Saturday I don't have work. I know Trey does. So, yeah, I'll be available Saturday, and should just take step ladder or drill, and
Yeah.
probably a little bit of cussing.
yeah, I
but-
don't have anything.
Oh.
I don't have anything till the evening for
Okay.
Saturday. So
Yeah. Community block development grant. I have not heard anything back from
Jason? Oh,
no,
Velocity.
Velocity. I haven't heard back from them. I need to reach out to them again. I just haven't.
about the water fountain.
Yeah, I just haven't had the time to do that with everything else that was going on there for a while. So I'm gonna try and reach out to them tomorrow while I'm chasing down NIPSCO.
Mhm.
And then I think we just need to decide on. So we need to eat up at least 10 to 15 grand of this, because they don't want like a huge amounts rolling over. So
Okay.
if we can figure out at least 10 to 15 grand worth of,
well, what's the total amount?
Those sensory
it
things.
was like 3,100 or 31,000.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure, we could spend all of that if we don't want to roll any of it over.
But we can't
Well,
utilize
okay,
that
so
for,
keep in mind with using the full 31,000, you know, even if we do it in chunks and we're getting the checks back, we're going to have to stop at some point and have the council do another appropriation to the building fund to get
Right.
access to those funds again. So, we could probably go through it. Yes. I'm just looking at because we're not going to have access to our money until September at this point, probably, unless they do another special meeting. Special meeting this month to do the second reading of our appropriation ordinance. So
Gotcha.
I'm looking at time frames
Yeah,
and
no,
how close
that's-
we're getting to winter.
Mhm.
You know, that's why I'm thinking if we can, you know, maybe we do the full 31 and just do it as, okay, let's spend, 15,000-20,000 now. And then, once we get that money back from county and it's in the bank, that should be about the time that the budget's all reset, and we'll have, a fresh amount appropriated and wrap up the rest in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
Is kind of how I'm looking at playing that.
It sounds perfect.
If I remember correctly, we cannot use that for mulch unless it's pour in place or
Right.
the super expensive ADA mulch or whatever.
I think it's just poor.
I think it's only
pour in place. Okay.
it's only pour in place.
Because I'm still got this nagging sensation that we need to get some mulch in those playgrounds, at least that one major playground.
Yeah, and we can't use this money for that.
Okay. I was
So-
just checking. That's what I remembered, but I thought, okay,
Yeah.
I'll ask the stupid questions.
And we could slowly do pour in place throughout the whole thing. One little corner at a time.
Yeah. Exactly.
We'll all be, long dead before it gets filled in, but
Yeah, I think we'd do better so Greg can still get us that
yeah.
cheap mulch he was talking about.
Mhm.
I mean, if we could, if it's at the point now where if you just mow it,
Mhm.
if we had this is another option. We could just mow it.
Yeah.
And then
Just use
we
the
would
push mower,
underneath. Yeah. But we need something. I don't think the riding mower works in there very well. I think
No.
we need a
Yeah, just be a push.
push
Mhm.
mower. So if anybody comes up with one that they want to donate to us,
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I
Or
think
give
we
us
need
some
to get
money
the
to
mulch
buy
in there
one.
just as a
it's end of
liability
season. Maybe
question.
we can get a brand new one for a good price.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I think doing because the other thing is too, we're going to have roughly 2,500 come out for the other half of the garage building from the building fund too,
Mhm.
unless we just pull that out of general fund also. The roof on the garage.
Roof.
Oh, right.
So,
Right.
because we paid the deposit on that out of our general fund.
Gotcha.
So,
Mhm.
and then the plan was once we got the money appropriated to the building fund, replace, just kind of do a money transfer back in the general, so that was back in there,
Mhm.
or we could just, leave it as is. So, either way.
Does that affect when they're going to do the roof?
No. So she mailed out as soon as she was able to print checks and stuff again. She got the check cut and mailed out. He did say once they received the deposit, it would be like 2 weeks to get us on the, on the
Who's
schedule.
doing the roof now?
Alamo. So they came in. They were the cheapest quote for just the roof by itself, and they were the second cheapest when you included the gutters, and they were the only ones that gave us a gutter quote. So we ended up just doing the whole gutters and
Right.
roofing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So
yeah,
I take it she was able to cut checks last week.
Yeah.
So we're looking at the end of August, possibly.
possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
So and Alamo's another one I need to call because I want to make sure they got the check in the mail, because we all know how the postal service can be with stuff sometimes. So, that's all I have on the roof. Anything else for CDBG or I think we have a game plan at least.
We know
So,
what it is. It's
yeah.
just a kind of a waiting game and getting information from Velocity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. New business barrel planters.
Okay, well, I actually have two things under new business. One of them, I just learned about walking the dog at 5
Oh.
p.m.
Okay.
So barrel planters. We have those barrels that we have traditionally used when we're doing dark in the park to hold lights or something up.
Yeah.
But my thinking was that I would take them, give them a good coat of spray paint, and get some of those slat fence, the wooden slat fence on a roll
Mhm.
that's wired together, and wrap each one in that.
Mhm.
I think that would cost me. I figure they're probably they are probably 10 feet plus
Mhm.
in diameter, and a roll will do 12 feet in diameter. Circumference, I'm sorry. I probably need 2 rolls of the slat fence, which is $25 a roll. And the spray paint's $5 a can.
Mhm.
Although I might just use what we have on hand
Mhm.
in the snack shack because it will show through a little bit. So I thought maybe if I do it like it's of color, like flowers are there. I don't know. And then we put cement blocks, which Trey said she could get for cheap.
Oh,
Cheap, like free.
they're already in the back of her truck.
All right.
So
And we drop those in there to make them
She
nice.
needs them for the winter though.
Make them
Yeah.
nice and heavy and fill up a bunch of space,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then I'll probably put a big sling of landscape fabric in it,
Mhm.
fill it with soil, stick some seasonal like mums, something cheap, easy to acquire, pop a color. In the spring, we can do some seed planting. Probably bring the whole project in for under $100.
Okay.
So I wanted to get approval to do that. I'm going to do 2 of them and place them on either side of the large pavilion, just as a sort of, I think they'll look nice for the Halloween event too. So,
Yeah.
okay. So,
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve that.
all righty, cool.
Mhm.
Anybody second
I
it?
would second that motion.
Okay.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay. Okay. Motion passed. I saw John Squires when I was walking home after visiting the trees today,
Mhm.
and I had Astrid with me. So while she and Sorsha had a conversation about
Mhm.
who knows what,
Pardon me. Sorry.
I said, that-
It's Fred Williams.
ah,
Please hold.
Yeah, I left a message on actually my Parks Board meeting. Yeah, no, for tomorrow, can someone come down and turn on the AC down here? It was hot and muggy when I opened the door. I appreciate it. All right, thanks, sir. All right, thanks. And if I was live streaming, that probably just killed my connection. But
you want to check it?
I got the local recording going also.
Okay. So the basketball court, the fence around it is pulling away at the top.
Okay.
John has wire,
Mhm.
and I don't know. We didn't get the whole conversation completed because he said, "Well, I can go down there and work on it tomorrow." So tomorrow morning after 9 a.m., between 9 and 1ish, I think the 3 of us are going to go and see what we can start accomplishing to repair that, because it's going to take being on the tall ladder to retie at the top with the wire.
Mhm.
And then the bottom's going to need to be adjusted because it's got new tension on it. I guess that's the best that I can describe what's going on. It's kind of a visual, I think.
Mhm.
So we're going to work on that tomorrow.
Okay,
That's all.
cool. All right. No legal reports. Any announcements? Any other business? Open forum. Comments from board members. And motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
I'll
I'll
second.
second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried.
There we go.
Holy cow. 6:28 p.m.